Today I'm going to talk about something called absurdism. This is something I discovered when I was in my grad doing my majors in literature, and I came across this really funny concept. It actually is really indicative of what it means, but if I were to break it down, I would just say everything is pointless, and that's exactly what absurdism is. And I didn't really know how real this thing was until I sat and thought about it. And that made me realize that in my search in the past 10 plus years of my life, where I've been asking myself questions like, why am I here? Why am I so responsible? What's going to happen next? I don't know if I'm going to make it in life, and I don't even know if I'm going to live to 100 years. And there's all these questions that circulate in your head, and you're a little bit like, oh my goodness, like I don't truly know what's going to be of me. And that's exactly why you need absurdism in your life. So when I was 15 years old, I would have like 200 rupees in my pocket. A friend would call me up. She'd say, hey, do you want to go out and go have kebab? And we'll get like coffee or some chai on the way. And I would go. And I felt free. I felt like nobody was out there trying to get me. Everything was amazing. Like I would just go and be so like full of life, and I would just scream and shout and be like, woohoo. Cut to when I'm 25 today. It's not like I'm not having fun, but I feel like I'm in a shell. I feel like I'm in a very protected kind of shell where I'm not allowed to do anything, where I'm not free, where I feel caged. But there is no cage. Back then there was. I was a part of an abusive household. My parents were not happy with each other, and it was quite weird how back when life was probably like the hardest it ever was, I felt this like intense sense of like happiness. Cut to 25. This is where I live. This is my place. Everything here belongs to me. I work hard for this. I go to work, I do all these different things. I'm not as free anymore. And that's when I realized I've been caging myself, because all these things that I worry about, where I'm like, ooh, I need to take care of myself and my diet just because I need to live a longer life. Bullshit. Like people who work really hard and they work out and eat really clean food, even they don't have that sort of guarantee where they'll end up living a really long life, because with like the current state of how things are, how adulterated food is, how even the water we drink isn't really fresh or clean, it actually doesn't make any sense, because what we're doing right now is ensuring long-term success, but everything is an illusion, because long-term success is not real, because people are not actually successful in the long term. If anybody's like, oh, if you were to work until 30 and you gave 10 hours per day, I can guarantee that 30 all the way to the end of your life, which is however long you decide that it would be, that you won't have to worry about anything. It's not true, because the human life is an experience that we have to go through to understand what it's truly about. And that's where absurdism comes in, because absurdism tells you that no matter what you think life's going to be, no matter how you think life's going to turn out, no matter how much you worry about the future, it actually makes no sense, because you might do something expecting that something's going to come out of it 5 years down the line, but maybe 5 years down the line you are an award-winning author who is New York bestseller, millions of dollars in your bank account, when maybe the plan that you had originally was saving up $100,000 when you get to 30. But that's what I'm saying. This is the magic of life. If you become too serious about like, ooh, like when interviewers are like, where do you see yourself 5 years down? I don't know, because you don't need to know. And the more fuss you create in your mind, thinking how terrible your tomorrow might be or the day after, it doesn't matter, because nobody cares about you. Life is not guaranteed. I know the stupidest people make it so big in life, while one of the smartest people I know are struggling. And because if working hard and being smart was all it took to be successful, then so many people that I know would have been doing so well in their lives. But life is just unfair because fate and destiny and luck and being in the right place at the right time and having that right thought and giving it that energy, and it's just so many things, there's so many factors that go into play. So I think now there's something that I'm trying to think about more and reinforce in my brain a lot more, is that you don't actually need to be worrying about anything, because if you feel like going out and it's 2 a.m., who the hell is gonna stop you from doing it? Because if the question is, are you gonna be safe? Try your best, okay? Because even if you are at home, something can happen. I've been hospitalized just cooking at home, and I burned myself. I don't know if you can see it, but it's quite bad. There's fire everywhere, and I was just at home. And the thing was, it was an accident, so it's not like I intended to be unsafe, but it just happened. So the whole point of like, I'm just gonna try my best to be as like just guarded as possible. Stop guarding anybody and stop protecting like yourself, because that's just creating this like toxic energy around you, because humans are not meant to be like overthinking and being like, oh, I can't do this because I can't do that because and I need to do this because the reasoning doesn't matter. The reasoning is because I want to. And the more you start doing things that way and the more impulsive you are, the better you'll feel. I think the ultimate way to heal yourself is to do whatever the hell you want to do. And I know that it sounds so stupid, but honestly, if someone comes to me and they're like, I want to get fillers done, okay, go for it. Like, do not stop yourself. You're not at the disposal of anybody here, because this is your life, it's your money. You choose to do what you want to do. If somebody comes to me and they're like, actually, I want to go up to my boss and say that I'm actually ready to take on this position, I'm gonna say go for it, because even if there's 1/10 that possibility that it will happen, I hope that it does, because it might. And life is all about taking those chances, and it's about being impulsive and just doing whatever you feel like you're doing, as long as you're not kind of guilty about anything, because guilt actually does have a really negative effect on your brain chemistry. I think if you want to cheat on your partner, don't do that, because that's actually something that's gonna, it's gonna mess with your head for years to come. But if it's something like, I want to go out and I want to club, like, or maybe I would just want to go out with my boyfriend and like go clubbing tonight, and who's gonna stop you from doing that? Because just do it. And who's gonna say, oh, like, oh, you can't be wearing that dress because it's so revealing? Trust me, okay? Play this video, show them. I have been at the safest place on earth, and I've been a target. So I've been unsafe. And so I don't trust anything anymore. And the whole thing is, ever since I started worrying about safety, is when I stopped living my life, essentially. I started feeling, I was like, oh God, now mental health issues, oh this, oh that. No, okay? The thing is, be as safe as you can be, but do not expect that you're always going to be safe, you're always going to be protected, because people die within four walls as well. If I were to lock myself in this room, I can definitely find a way to kill myself, or like accidentally kill myself, okay? And it is the truth. I'm so sorry to be the one to break this down to you if I am, but life is absurd. There's no point in anything. There's literally no point. Like, everything is stupid. Stop like fussing over things so much and thinking so much, because yes, you might have pain, and yes, you might have anxiety. That's a completely different thing. But if you are worrying about your future and you're like, I don't know, that anxiety is only going to push out that like energy around you, and the magnetic field that you are operating in is all like, it's all going to be negative. And that's how you create your future. because your future is shaped by your present reality. And the more you fuss over things, the more you overthink, the more you're like, I don't know, I can't stand up for myself, I can't speak, oh god, no, I'm having anxiety. Why are you having anxiety? Because you're not saying the thing that you want to say, and you know this is what you want to say, but you're not saying it. But what if I told you that everything is just stupid? Because opinions are not facts. Because facts leave no room for introspection. Facts are definitive. And lately, I'm tempted to say that even facts are not real, because facts are biased. And yeah, I mean, it's a fact that what I'm breathing right now is a mix of oxygen and multiple gases. But is it a fact that I feel like men are the worst? No, it's an opinion. Everyone can have opinions. Let people have opinions. Let them dance. Let them have a party out of it. But it's not your responsibility to validate their opinion. But the more you're like, oh, yes, 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 or like, I don't know anything because I'm so stupid. You're not. If you think you're stupid, be fucking stupid, because you're never gonna feel better in life. If you just listen to yourself, if you just listen to your highest self and you're like, I don't care. Tonight I want to eat like a massive medium pizza. Do it. Who's gonna stop you? Who's gonna say anything? And if they do, that's their opinion. Thank you. Next. No thank you. Like, it's that easy actually to not fuss over things. And yet this is such a big lesson to me as well. I'm gonna have to repeat myself. Like, I'm gonna have to listen to me talking about this again in the future. But life is so pointless, okay? You might be eating healthy today, expecting that tomorrow when you're 75, you're gonna look amazing. I hate to break this to you, but you're probably gonna die before that. And I don't want to be a dark person, but there is no guarantee that you live to see that day. But you know, until when you can live is like today, until the next moment, until tomorrow. Like, right now is guaranteed, but tomorrow is not. And it's okay to make all the mistakes in the world. Just do it. You want to leave somebody, leave them. You don't want to talk to them today, don't talk to them. What are they going to do? Okay, unless you're doing the wrong thing. If it's an ethical concern, if you're just ignoring someone because you're being a total brat, that's wrong. But honestly, like, life's too short, and we must not keep living life with too much there are no details that you need to observe, okay? Like, everything is just stupid, and you just need to memorize that. Keep telling yourself, everything's absurd, everything's stupid, everyone's stupid. I know best. Like, don't be a narcissist, but follow your instinct, trust your heart, your soul will guide you. God put you on this planet, in the universe. You exist so that you become what you're meant to become. And you're not going to become what you need to become, your highest self, if you keep doubting yourself, if you keep questioning everything, if you're like, oh, I don't know. It's a good thing that you don't know, because if you knew exactly everything that was going to happen, there would be no fun to life. So yeah, I mean, that's all I know about absurdism. I know more, but I don't want to keep talking for the next hour and a half, because I can, and I trust that I can, and I know it. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you did, bye.